Hey, um, gonna try and make a quick video. I'm trying to ramble a little less in my videos and give a little less context, and I can give more later if people need it. So today, two things, prestige and food upkeep. Okay, so starting off with prestige, prestige. Why do we care about prestige? This will load. Earlier in the game, we care about prestige in a lot of reasons because, let's see if I know how to do this. You can get like this stuff up here, right? There is good stuff in here. I won't tell me a bunch of 3-day speed ups. That's great. Materials. That's great. Like if I go way down into the end, 30-day speed ups. Eventually you want tactic scrolls, treasure box. These are good, right? Um, the main reason, and actually I should have figured out how I find this. There we go. You can look over here and these are the different ranks you can get, right? Knight is kind of the basic one. Baron's the next one. Like as you go up, you get more stuff, right? Like training speed, march speed, healing speed, like all this stuff is nice. It's useful. The big thing that we care about here though is the subordinate city capacity right there. More sub-cities are great. I should make a video on sub-cities at some point, but like they give you more debuffs, they give you materials. You just saw me collect a bunch of materials. You want as many sub-cities as you want. They help you a lot. You get these buffs from them, right? Like this production speed, all this stuff. Okay, so how do we get prestige? So first thing, you can get from bosses. Like you can see over here, this is actually a very high amount for especially an event boss. But neons, they all give 400 prestige. Great source of prestige. If I go down though, like Serb, this is a big Serb. Like it takes, I don't know, a lot of T13 to kill. I only get 50 prestige from it. I think that's standard for most event bosses. You don't get as much prestige from event bosses. You tend to get more from common bosses, which actually here's one in a free. Right here in a free, give me 350 prestige. And like other common bosses, right? Like your bosses 1 through 17. 17's a Typhon, let's see, 15's a Phoenix, 14's a Behemoth, blah blah blah. They all give more prestige, right? And they generally don't give as much as many resources, right? So like we kill common bosses in most cases because they give you prestige. They give you a decent amount of prestige. Okay, the other way you can get it is you can go over here to your shrine and you can offer. You should be offering anyway because it gives you Monarch XP, which is like one of these things that like you always want more XP so you can get your generals to higher levels. So offering, let's see here. I actually need to do a little bit of experimenting, write down some of the numbers, but basically the way it works is you start off with some amount of prestige and it scales up as you offer more times. So like ideally you want to be offering enough times to get 600. That's the max amount of prestige you can get per offer, and then offer more times after that. I need to do the math on this. I think probably the way I do it is not the most efficient. But the way I do it is I go over here, I offer 15 times per gems, which you can see here my gems cost is going up. It's really high because I've already offered today. I've already offered, does it tell me? I think about 30 times today. But whatever, my gems cost pretty high. So usually I go over here and offer some amount of times per gems. I've done between 5 and 15 at various points in time. And then I go over here and I offer tribute. These tributes, these are like really valuable. And the main places we can get these is 1 in the aligned shop. You can get 5 per day. And actually, look here, I forgot to buy mine. Yay. That didn't buy. Okay, we can get them at 5 in the aligned shop a day. We can get them from relics. When I open this, let's see if I find it. I'm not going to sit here and open relics in front of you guys, but I can go over here. And sometimes when you're doing this, you will get 10 free offers in one of these spots. Let's see if I get that. Dang, it doesn't look like I got it. It's kind of random, but you can get them from here. You can get them from spinning the Wheel of Fortune. They're kind of rare in here, but like they will show up sometimes. We'll just do a couple spins here. Let's see if I get any free offers. I don't see any. I don't see any. Oh, there's one, right? I got one out of 200 spins, right? You get them sometimes, but it's not that significant, like a large amount of them. You can also get them from these witches bags. Let's see if I can find the witches bags in my inventory. These things. Sometimes they open. I think it might be the candy or the witch's bag. I don't remember, but one of those items you can get them from. So that's how you get prestige. Other thing I want to talk about is food upkeep. So your food upkeep is, you can go check it right over here. Mine's really big, right? I have a decent amount of troops. Like I'm eating 50 million food an hour. And like, just let's go look at it's right there, food production. I make 25 million an hour. So like nowhere near. And like, as soon as you have a reasonable amount of troops, your production will never keep up with your upkeep. It's just too much upkeep. So how do we get around this? There's research you can do. I'm not going to show you where it is, but you can do research that lowers your upkeep. My opinion, not worth it. You can reduce this by half, let's say. I'm still nowhere near keeping up with it. So what we want to focus on instead is, if I go to my warehouse, I can look here. I have my food protected from troop upkeep. I can protect 165 million. We want to get that up, because as long as your food's below that, it just won't get eaten. Your troops won't like start deserting. Nothing will happen that's bad. You just won't have to spend that food on upkeep. So we want to keep our food at all times below that number. For me, it's 165,000. It's probably different for you. And how are we going to buff that number? We can do research in the academy. I believe it's under advancement. Let's see. Oh, that's not advancement. There we go. Advanced silo. Protects resources from being consumed. 200%. You want that. That's going to increase that number so that you have a higher cap for your food. You can upgrade your warehouse. I think this is the most important thing. I don't know if it tells me. Yeah, it won't tell me here what's the next level here, but this increases the base level. So like, you actually look over here. 25 million is the base level, and then all of our percentages are increasing that. So that 200% that we just saw in the academy, that's increasing this by 50 million. But if I increase that base stat, right, if I just make it 30 million, I don't know, let's just say that's what the next level for the warehouse is. Well, then I'm doubling that. 30 million, that'll give me 60 million. That's 10 million more food. Okay. So upgrading your warehouse is really helpful. I've been slacking on that, just because I don't really have a problem keeping my food under my amount anymore. You can add a duty officer. Obviously, the higher level, the better. It's better if you can pick somebody who you're not gonna have to keep taking out, because like you don't want that number fluctuating. It can just kind of mess you up, right? But right here, resource protect from food upkeep, keep 60%. That's definitely not 200% like the academy, but that still makes a difference. And last place is, nope, not patrol, over here, our defense generals. You can use Shahar. She gives you more resources, but the one we hear right here is food protected by troop upkeep gets increased by 200%. These are the ways that you're going to get that food protected up, and this is the way that you're going to not be constantly out of food. Because if you're not keeping your food under your troop upkeep, you're just going to run out of food all the time, and you're just going to be wasting all your food. So yeah, get that number up, get that food protected from troop upkeep up, as well as just like be cognizant of the amount of food that you have opened. And if it goes over that amount, depends where you're at the game, I would go over here and I'd go spend it on T1 ground, because they only cost food. But like, not everyone is trying to build a much T1 ground, because it's going to screw up your ability to ghost. So the other thing you can do is you can go over here to our Alliance warehouse, and you can store food in there. And whatever, sure, I'll store this food. I can take it out if I want. You can only store some amount per day, so it's not incredible, depending on like if you're doing barbarians, it's easy to go over this. But yeah, be diligent about it. You try to spend that food if it goes over, if you can, or store it or whatever. Cool. Thanks everyone for watching. Leave a comment if you have any questions, or you think I'm wrong about something, or maybe I missed a way to find free offers. Thanks everyone. Bye.